Hello to all you Elvis fans here on Rare Elvis Photos. Here's some comments from Priscilla and Tom Jones caught sneaking around. Uh, Wilder2512 says, ridiculous. Why should they have to sneak around? Famous people deserve privacy like everyone else. When you're in a public domain and you put yourself out there in a public, I think it's normal to talk about it. Yeah, people should have their privacy for sure in this world. All right, so also they are best friends. Leave them alone, said Garrett Hughes. 4343. So obviously Priscilla or a Tom Jones fan, and you're gonna want to stick around because there are some people that they don't like Tom Jones and they don't feel like Tom was a friend to Elvis even during his life. I can't pronounce this, but I think it's Galandina. Uh, Galandi. Anyways, I'm hacking it. Sorry. In one interview, Tom said Elvis appropriated his sideburns. Yep, nonsense. Elvis was always himself. That's true. He grew his sideburns to be like a trucker back in the early days. He didn't have to imitate anyone. Elvis was who was imitated. Very true. And regarding friendship, Tom, in your opinion, there was not a friend of Elvis and wanted to be just as famous. He sings well, but he'll never achieve such skill as Elvis. Elvis is uh, inimitable, an inimitable genius. I agree with that. That's very good. Laura Evans, 1173. I think they were together after Elvis's death. Okay, thank you, Laura. Diane Coran said, "So what?" Either sick of talking about Priscilla, sick of seeing Priscilla or Tom Jones, or maybe just says, "So what?" Um, IDAMC Neil 9382. Please leave Tom Jones alone. I am a fan of both. They are different as night and day. Though Tom's wife accepted his infidelity, she loved him so much she stayed while Priscilla did not. Well, that's true that Priscilla didn't. I don't know how much Tom's wife loved him. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she stayed for the money and fame. I don't know. She seems to be a kind woman, so maybe that's what she accepted. Sharon said no. Elvis and Tom were best friends. Okay. Sue Finner said, "Who cares? It's not our business." Retro Billy 1719. What's up, Retro Billy? I never liked Jones. He tried to make himself look good on a talk show, saying Elvis walked into the bathroom while he was taking a shower and Elvis was singing a song for him. Was that necessary? Talking like that. Also made some disgusting comments saying that Elvis wore a tight leather suit and asked Red West to help him get dressed in the bathroom. Sharing that information, who knows if it's true, but it shows that Tom Jones doesn't respect Elvis. The videos of him saying this are on YouTube. Memphis Mafia guys said Elvis never really hung out with Tom Jones much. He actually liked and respected B.B. King. Thanks, Richard Billy. Appreciate that. Rosa, and once again, I'm going to mess this name up. But Tom and Priscilla combined, she is an opportunist, so as not to get out of the spotlight. Very true. So she thinks only about being seen. I have to agree with that comment. Rosa, thank you. Whether Tom had a relationship with Priscilla or not, they deserve each other. Tom was never faithful to his wife, and Priscilla is dressed in passion and love for Elvis, and had several boyfriends and was very neglectful of Lisa's integrity, drunken boyfriends, and who knows what other uses. Yep, so that was off of Google Translate. I appreciate your comment. I agree with that. I think I understand exactly what you're saying. Hillary Griffiths says, wouldn't put nothing past Tom Jones. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. I think that's how he sings. It's not unusual for Tom Jones to love anyone, even Priscilla. They are just friends, says Diana. Why is it so hard to understand that it's possible? Sometimes it's just friendship and nothing else. Even Priscilla has a right to have friends, even if we don't like her. Now, I did see something where Tom Jones talked about their romance, so I think they were more than friends. But once again, this is just to get your guys' takes on everything. Juana says, okay, Priscilla, Bisumor is the coolest. Juana also says Tom Jones is the most envious of Elvis Presley. Celia? Yeah, Celia, I believe. I don't like this Tom, and I don't think he would respect Elvis, even when he was dead or alive. So for me, he and Priscilla are jealous and cheating. Appreciate your comment there. Keep coming back. At Winnie Kuiman, let's just call you Winnie, because you can tell by now I'm not very good at pronouncing these names. Tom Jones never knew what respecting means. An awful man, he loved himself. I've heard that a lot, seen that a lot. You're not alone in that thought process. Some smiley faces and hearts from Jola. I would say Jola Waska, 1451. I think I pronounced that correct. User says BG5ZR says Priscilla played guys. This shows the kind of respect really has Elvis out to best friend. You can't strips on Lowland. This is what Priscilla. I think what you're talking about is that no respect there from Tom Jones, no respect for Priscilla, and that's what we expect from her. Shelly Zimbo says, "Why would anybody care?" Well, there's a lot of people that care. You don't, Shelly, but I do appreciate you coming on here and leaving a comment. DJ-CB2YV says she'll go with anyone as long as he has money. Yep. That's what we've seen at least. At Ruthann, I don't see her dating no poor people. At Ruthann, CK6YC says, of course, morally bankrupt. Mary, I've seen you on here quite a bit, Mary, so thanks for your comment coming up here. I hear angry people saying how this is no one's business. When you intentionally live a public life, I said this earlier, you invite scrutiny. Tom's a singer, and Priscilla still runs in front of every camera she sees peddling her stale lies about Elvis. Neither by their own choice can whine about anything. That's a good point. Thank you for that, Mary. And I think I didn't click on these replies, but you probably had a lot of agreement there. 3 severed heads. OMG, Prissy obviously targeted Tom as an old friend of Elvis. He's still performing and very popular. She probably thought Tom would fall for her fakery and skullduggery. I added the skullduggery, but I like fakery. And skullduggery. But I believe Tom soon saw through her, and it fizzled out. She was looking for another patsy to feed her vulnerability after his wife died, and he would have been able to see her shade. Strange how Prissy has gained by targeting people at a vulnerable time in their lives. Even Elvis had just lost his mother. Vernon was very ill when she suddenly started visiting him to get control of the estate. Even her own granddaughters, after Lisa Marie died, she has no morals, in my opinion. Tom got away pretty quick. Yep, yeah, it didn't last very long, if it lasted at all. And then the Diva Girl says, they are both single. Bernice Davenport said, how much of this is anybody's business? You just make it up as you go. This is no one's business. Thank you. Thanks for the comment there. I think it's everybody's business when you're in a public life. At Maxine said, Tom, look out. She's broke. She's a witch and she will rob you blind. Just saying. All right. Hey, that's got some energy to that comment. Sandy said, who cares about those two? Any man that had so many women and a child with her that still won't have anything to do with his son is pathetic. He should help and acknowledge him before it's too late. Tom is now in his 80s, and time is not on his side. I feel bad for his son. Nothing that his father is Tom Jones, and still hasn't reached out to him. Man has no heart. So yeah, I mean, I've been hearing and seeing a lot of that too. And I haven't looked into it much, but obviously it seems like Tom has not acknowledged his son or helped him. At Little Gray, that's what I say, salesman. I cannot believe this woman still supports this vile character, Tom Jones. So much has been written about Tom Jones and his son Mark. Wait till Tom Jones meets the devil with no amount of gold crosses hung around his neck will save him. The devil probably want those gold crosses. They want to melt that stuff down, sell it. As for Priscilla, getting any money out of Tom Jones, forget it. He is the original Scrooge. Hey, that's the point I haven't heard. Good comment. At Judy Hegel, Tom was no friend to Elvis. When Tom was on stage, if he saw Elvis in his audience, he would hide all of his spare mics in case Elvis got up on stage. That's how egotistical Tom was. Tom has told some really mean stories about Elvis, trying to make Elvis look like an idiot, just so he could go on talk shows and get a laugh at Elvis's expense. If Tom had been a friend, he would not have done that. Thanks for that comment there. All right, well, if you enjoyed this video and the comments, keep tuning in. I'm going to try to do as many of your comments as I can. You users are everything on this channel. I do these videos for you, for Elvis fans. Even though there may be some of you that like Priscilla, and I don't care for her. As long as you got love for Elvis, you're welcome here. And you might get some flack from other people that don't like Priscilla. And you'll see that there's a lot of people say anti-Priscilla. I'm just trying to put what the other side to Priscilla is out there that Elvis fans want me to talk about. Anyways, TCB TLC, thanks so much. This is Rare Elvis Photos.